I am Modiba, and this is the home of good news. It's Stories Untold. Thank you for being here today. A very interesting topic today. We are looking at upskilling. Now, have you heard of the term? Now, let's go back. Are you qualified? Did you pursue higher learning education? Do you have a degree, diploma, or a master's qualification? And now you're looking for a job, but you're just not finding employment. Now, have you thought about upskilling yourself? Today, we are looking at opportunities that lie within cybersecurity. And we're spending few minutes today with young people to find out various opportunities that happen when you upskill yourself.
With the recent graduation season, we saw many young hopefuls celebrate what seems to be a good start to a brighter future.
Security industry as we know it. Against all odds, you here today graduating. This is honestly to you to say, I took the first step of applying, I took the second step of showing up for the interview.
2 years ago, when Zukanye Dangazele realized that he could not go to university, he took the opportunity to register for an upskilling program.
I started in 2022. It was really just for exposure. I wasn't expecting to get paid or anything, and that's how much of a passion I had for specifically cyber. But anything IT really, but to be more specific, it is cyber. And as soon as I heard of the opportunity, I didn't hesitate. I started a little bit lost because it was literally new territory for me. There was uncharted territory, if I may say that. But I had good people around me. I had really good people around me, so I have to thank them, first of all. They guided me, they showed me the way, and on my side as well, I would give myself a pat on the back just to say, I'm glad that I was positive to them, and I'm glad that I took everything like it was gold. Like, even if it was just the smallest bit of advice, I would take it like it meant the world to me. And clearly it paid off today.
Today, he is testament to the reality that such programs do have the potential to give young people an opportunity into the market space. The leaders of this great initiative expressed how they feel about their impact in helping shape the future of young South Africans.
It is a great moment today just to see what impact the organization, Take Note, has had on the young, up-and-coming future leaders and equipping them with the skills for life, which they can use globally, not only in South Africa. And also it touches on the impact it's going to have as we talk about youth unemployment, which is quite critical in this country.
Today, Zukanye is an employed cybersecurity analyst. Was it smooth sailing for him after he graduated?
From when I graduated up until the 12th of April, I was doing piece jobs and I was just upskilling because I can't be doing nothing. I was doing service work with my uncle and just doing restaurant work, and that's all I was doing, and upskilling, getting more certifications. When I graduated from the academy, the first thing I was thinking straight afterwards was, when am I going to get the job? When am I going to get the job? You know, you're young and you're just really excited and you're kind of impatient. But I realized that that's not how things work in business, because they have to wait for financial quarters. Or financial years rather. So when I signed my contract, it was that season.
His manager believes that he has a good chance of making it in the future.
For the second cohort, we had 31 students apply. Out of that 31 students, 25 of them graduated. And it was working with these students they were so dedicated in what they did and how their work ethic and willingness to learn. We were enabling these young individuals to go out and see the world. And Zukanye was our top student, with having his first paper scoring 90%, his second paper 83%, and overall 87%. Top student of the second cohort out of 25 students. He has a great work ethic where his willingness to learn, to understand, help. He's always so helpful to me. I can ask him for anything at any time. He will not come back and say, Shaistra, I cannot do this. This is not within my job description. He always says, yes, how can I help you? So he's a bright, his mind, he's so bright, and he has the capability of going very far in life.
Welcome back to the show, and thank you for staying with us. Today we are getting schooled by young people, and right now we're finding out about social entrepreneurship. Now, I'm sure you've heard of that, you've met a few social entrepreneurs, but right now on the show with these particular people, we're finding out how do you perfectly balance the business and the social upliftment work that they particularly find themselves doing. Let's go there right now.
We visited the Safe Hub in Soweto, where we met with Joseph Khoza, who believes that the streets are also the university of life. He described his entrepreneurship program in this way.
Street grad, it's in full, it's street graduate, right? And it tells everything about my brand, me as a person and as a professional. Everything that I've learned it in the street. I was in corporate for 4 years. I learned business through short courses, through attending seminars, through engaging people like Mr. Kandani Msibi, Mr. Mpumba Madisa. These are big corporate heads, leading multinational companies. And for me, to not step into a business classroom and just engage those people, that was the most effective way for me to learn. As the great saying goes, teaching is often as effective as observation. We now have a program called Matric Exit Program, where I engage grade 10 to grade 12 learners, preparing them for the post-matric jargon, which is everything that's gonna happen after matric, things that we are not taught in school, things that some of our parents don't even share with us. So street grad comes into that space to take in these learners who are still in high school and prepare them for after matric and how to focus on alternative work opportunities instead of traditional methods like going to varsity, do your degree, honors possibly, and find employment. The world has changed today. The South African landscape, to be specific, has changed. If you can't find creative and alternative ways to make it out there, you really don't stand a chance to survive. So that's where Street Grad comes in. We want to go into these spaces and educate these kids. Desktops. This facility was able to afford me access to boardrooms and things that will make us look professional when we are engaging with stakeholders, and they're like, we would like to come and engage you in physical form, would like to see what you do. I mean, as you can see from the background here, there's training happening out there, and this is the everyday life. Me being here has allowed me to meet new people, because we have got young people coming in here almost every single day. They don't know what Street Grad does, but because we are also a CI partner,
this center's management saw it fit to collaborate with Joseph and cited these reasons for their partnership.
Street Grad is one of our collective partners. As the D-Lab, we understand the importance of collective impact. The fact that we are not here to bring solutions, we are actually here to work with organizations that are already existing in the community, which Street Grad is actually one of. The reason we partnered with Street Grad is because they share the same vision as us, as the D-Lab, but also because they actually centered around the community and youth upskilling, as well as upskilling the community as a whole. That is basically how we not even choose, because it's a mutual relationship, but that is how we look for these partners, and that's also how we get to work together as a community.
Joseph's impact is yielding good results even beyond the walls of this center. Tsepo recently opened this establishment following the help that he received from Joseph.
Business it's based on African cuisine, and I'm the founder of the business. So I've been operating for about 5 years now. Okay, but now this is my new location, this one. I have 2 weeks in Lana Manje. Joseph plays a big role in us as black businesses because of he has knowledge and information about how maybe indaba zabo funding ukuthola usizo yabona izinto ezinjalo about the processes and stuff. So I think Joseph kakhulu usize kakhulu ngaleyo pipeline yabo ngaleyo pipeline. Okay, knowing that there's certain type of thing you can do so that you can get something so ukuthi business yakho irun or ikhule yabo. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah.
Amanda is an independent technical support agent and attributes a lot of her success to the training and mentorship she got from Joseph.
With the way that he was doing things when he was managing us from my previous company, one, I would actually say that I actually took how to be responsible, because when working from home from that time, and even now I'm working from home and I'm able to actually do things the correct way because of what he actually installed in us. He didn't actually, I don't know how to actually put it, but then he wasn't always on our backs. You know, someone that is always on your back to actually say, do this, do that. Because of the way that he actually used to do things, it actually made you know what you're supposed to do and when to do it. And those skills are things that I'm still applying even on my current job that I'm in now, because I work from home.
When I look at her journey, I strongly believe that I would have contributed significantly to her, because this is somebody who came into the space without knowing anything. As you know, within the sales business, where I was very rooted in the corporate space, we don't necessarily have a course for sales, you know. So it's all in you and how the trainer transfers those skills and knowledge to you. And I guess that relationship that we had in terms of me transferring those skills to her have molded her to become the product that she is today.
She expressed her gratitude in this way.
With everything that you've taught me, it has actually built me to be a better person, and you should never stop. Continue, because you changed my life. I don't know how many other people's lives that you've actually changed.
Joseph believes that South Africa has come too far, yet still has a long way to go in making sure that things are easier for the next generation.
We have to be proud of where we come from as a country. We are not where we want to be. We haven't achieved what we want to achieve. I mean, there's still a bit of a huge gap of inequality. You know, we are still underprivileged based on, you know, our history as a nation. And what we have to look at is, we are here, how can we make best use of these opportunities that are present today? Life is not the same. People didn't have access to things like the NYD as an example before. But here we are today. I'm able to get a grant from a state agency, something that my forefathers didn't have access to years ago. So I think as much as we want more, but we should be proud as a people, as a colored people, as a young community, as young people looking into the future. We should be asking ourselves, how can we make the next 30 years better for those that are coming behind us?
And on this diverse journey that we are on today, right now we are going to take a bit of an artistic approach. We are spending the next few minutes just before we wrap up the show with few artists. We've got a fine artist and a musician who's walked away with a Metro FM award. Isn't that cool? Very cool. Now, listen, in the era of social media, anything goes. All you gotta do is take a camera, point it, switch it on, and just showcase your talent to the world. You could be an overnight success, but do you understand the business of art? That's the question that we're asking right now.
While others study systems and some business skills, our next featured guest used what they have to make it in life. Kgomotso Dibakwane is a self-taught paint artist who has created art pieces for the likes of Toles Mo, Nadia Nakai, and many others.
I came across a verb, a proverb that says, a man's gift will make room for him and it'll bring him before the great. So after seeing that, after reading that, that's when I started believing that my gift will make room for me, even though I don't get a chance to go to school for that. But then I believe that my gift will make room for me. If you can look at the great people out there, mostly we could say the athletes. Yeah, they're mostly gifted and they perform well, they do well in the fields than they could do in the classroom or academically. Everyone has a gift for a purpose, and mostly so you find that some are academically gifted and then some are just logically gifted. And I believe that I'm logically gifted because I can do well with my artwork than any other thing.
He showed us his very first portrait and explained to us how this journey started.
There's this painting that I love. It once occurred in my dream. So this painting is about the old woman that I've never met before. So I could say it's one of my ancestors. Yeah. The reason for that is because it occurred in a dream. And then I could see the ancient stuff, like the houses, the ancient houses. It's the very first painting that I did that encouraged me to focus more in the art world.
Kgomotso uses his talent to help his clients treasure memories of their loved ones.
My mom has passed in 2005. So when I went through her stuff, I had to pick one or two things that I actually love. So one of the things that I picked up, it was her picture, like a very, very, very old picture. And I said, no, I like this picture. And then I kept it in my car for quite some time now. I think it's been 7 years since I've been having it in my car. So as time went by, I kept on talking about this picture time and again. And then somebody very, very, very special in my life was listening. The portrait that I have was a gift, but all comes from the picture that I'm talking about. So it was my birthday, I think 2022, and I saw this big thing being delivered or collected. I had no idea what it was. So when I opened and I saw this portrait, let me tell you, the next thing that was happening, I had tears in my eyes. And this portrait has brought, it has sealed that thing that I always talked about, because I always had ideas of how I want to make this picture big. And it ended up, here we are now. I have a big picture of it. I'm looking at it in case people will be wondering what am I looking at.
The ProFrame Art Gallery opened its doors to this young artist.
The young artist is very talented. We really love his pencil drawings. He really got some talent, and we believe in young artists like him. And we think he's very talented with his pencil drawings, and there's a great, great future for him. in the art world.
I haven't even sung yet. In that moment, I made an eternal vow.
Motswedi Modiba recently graduated with an honors degree in music. She was recently part of the 30 Under 30 Forbes Women 2024.
I'm a singer-songwriter, the first Black and African woman to sing China, one of China's biggest singing competitions, Metro FM award winner, Best New Age R&B artist, global ambassador for Brand SA, Brand South Africa, student at the Manhattan School of Music, finishing my master's in a couple of weeks, thank God.
She shared with our producer how she became a star in China.
I opened this TikTok account, hundreds and thousands of followers, great collaborations. And so I live in New York, and I live in a building that's an international house, right? And so in this building, there's people from all over the world. And so I have friends from all over the world. So I have Chinese friends as well. I speak Mandarin fluently, by the way, so I have a lot of Chinese friends. And we kind of made a joke one day. We were like, yo, let me open a TikTok account in China and see what happens. So we laughed about it because we're like, there's no way that people are going to like me in China. I mean, you know, I speak the language, I lived there, but to become a star in China is something completely different. And so we're like, oh, but what if you go viral? And they're like, let's see what happens. I thought it was not gonna happen. I post my first video, millions of views. Second video, millions of views. Third video, millions of views. And I think the biggest one has almost over 30 million views, something like that. And I quickly realized that this is a pathway that is, or rather it is a market that is uncharted. I speak Mandarin fluently, I can sing. And so why not pursue this avenue that people would probably be like, why are you going there? We don't go China. But the market has received me with such open arms. And it's actually really surprising to me how much support I've gotten from there, and not because I'm trying to be Chinese or, you know, like I'm trying to fit in, but in my Africanness as an African woman, being authentically myself. It's incredible to experience that and share that with the people there. And so I guess the show saw it, they loved it, and they called my agent.
This was her message to the young people of South Africa.
在我的心里，你们是最重要的。我们的国家的未来是你们的，是我们的，所以我们要支持努力吧，支持相信自己。因为这个国家，我们最爱的国家是我们的，所以不要放弃，不要放松，加油。So what I said, if I remember all of it, is, my dear friends, I want to say that you need to believe in yourself. Carry on, work hard. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on others. Because this country that we love is ours, and it's our responsibility to make it into something. We're the future leaders, so we've got to do it. 因为我会相信你，我害怕面对自己。
And on that note, we end our show here for today. Very inspiring individuals. Listen, we do believe that there's quite a lot of inspirational stories out there. So we reach out to you and say, please come forth. Let us know what's happening in your community. Would like to be there. Would like to showcase these individuals who are spectacular. We are proud to be part of this movement. I hope that you are too. Until next week, let's do this again. Same time, same place. Goodbye.
过去总不会过去，有种真爱不是我的。